Everyone, it's Alexis Cardoza.
What's up, everybody? It's the Wild Rhino Clark Connors from New Japan Pro Wrestling, and I am here getting wild, drinking an 805.
Hey, this is Billy Starks.
Rip F and Bison. I ran out of booze.
Join us because we're drinking at Moe's. I am the fire starter, the Carney Killer. I am born to die, Jake Christ.
This is Bobby Olson. We're drinking at Moe's. You better hit like and subscribe.
All right, everybody. Want to thank Reaper Apparel for having Drinking at Moe's be a brand ambassador. They encourage everybody to break out of that comfort zone, live their best self, which, hey, that's what got me starting the podcast. But they got great clothing, great apparel, t-shirts, hoodies, beanies, hats, all that good stuff. Be sure, link will be in the description, and use the code Drinking at Moe's to get 10% off your order. Let's fucking go.
All right, everybody. Welcome to Drinking Moe's, my 2 cents. Oh, this week we are going to have the start of kind of a new format for Drinking at Moe's, my 2 cents, where I'm going to have one of my friends and maybe some special guests along the way. But today, for this recording, I have my review of the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, Mutant Mayhem. Now, by now, I think most people, have probably seen it. Most people that I know that wanted to have. But you know what? I got this to say about this. That, for no matter what era of Ninja Turtles you grew up with, whether you started with the comics, the cartoons, the original live action movies, whatever, this movie has something for every era of Ninja Turtles. Now, I will say this. I loved it. I judge movies a lot off of whether I regret spending the money on going to see it or not, because honestly, I haven't seen a whole lot of movies in the theater for a while. This one, I definitely did not regret spending the money on. Now, am I going to say it's the greatest Ninja Turtles movie out of all of them? No. For me, that spot's always going to be reserved for Secret of the Ooze. Just me. But, the original, a classic. This one, I'll admit, Mutant Mayhem right up there. It was pretty damn good. Now, the start was kind of where I say had something for the people that got started on the comics. The comics originally was a little bit more on the dark side of stuff. And hell, even now with, the last Ronin series, which I do need to actually get to reading that. But regardless, it was, I'm looking forward to it. And, the start, it was like, wow, okay. Where they have that bit where Baxter Stockman is trying to create a super bug, a super mutant, and, they got the TCRI people searching after him, and they end up killing him, I guess. Spoiler alert, I know. But it's been a while. Spoiler alerts really don't need to be going by now. But it was like, wow, okay, Baxter Stockman, you're gonna kill him off now. But all in all, this movie is definitely a bit of a different interpretation of the origin story, which, hey, for one, I thought it was pretty cool, different, but cool. And now I love the use of, teens actually voicing the four main turtles. Even I believe April O'Neil, but don't quote me on that. But I know the four main turtles, Donatello, Leonardo, Michelangelo, and Raphael, were all actually voiced by teens in this movie. Now, in a lot of the past, the cartoons, the original live action movies, and so on, they were voiced by adults, which, it is what it is. Me being the turtle fan that I am, I got no qualms with it. I mean, hell, I got my signed Michelangelo Funko Pop from Townsend Coleman, which I'm so proud of that, but that's a whole nother story. But I got no real complaints about it. But it was cool, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles actually being voiced by teens. Makes sense. Now, there were some complaints, unfounded in my opinion, of them turning Splinter gay. Which, if they did, whatever. This whole movie was a bit of, like I said, a bit of a different interpretation of the origin story. But whoever started that complaint, I highly doubt even saw the damn movie. Because, one, the character that they had, kind of smooching with Splinter there at the end, a little bit more in the middle or wherever the hell they explained it, but they literally mentioned that character was a she, a female. Now, like I said, nothing wrong if that were to have been the case where they did turn Splinter gay. Whether, I'm not here to comment on that, because that's a whole nother rabbit hole that just could get messy, even though it should be. Everybody knows that if you're tuning in here to this show, you're my kind of people. I love having you here. I love getting to hear from everybody. So, long story short, the person that made that comment obviously didn't see the damn movie. Easily explained if you just watch the damn movie. But there were a couple spots in here where I was kind of like, Now, with it being a different interpretation, yeah, I guess changing some names around. But I remember from the original live action movies that the company that was responsible for creating the ooze that turned Splinter and the Turtles and all that into the form that they were was TGRI. They switched it up here in this movie to TCRI, which, maybe I haven't read as much of the comics as some people might have, but it is what it is. That was my one part that I was like, what? Now, the other part that was a little interesting was anybody that was brought up on the comics or the original cartoon, knowing that Bebop and Rocksteady being a part of the Foot Clan, and towards the end of this movie, they ended up being turned somewhat good guys, helping the Turtles. which is going to be like, this is going to be interesting how they play this out, because there is actually sequels that are already in the works, which I'm excited to hear about, because I want to see where this story goes. It's going to be fun, because like I'm hoping that they end up introducing some more of the classic villains, the likes of Shredder, the likes of Rat King, and so on. There's a whole bunch that I could name off, but that could get me rambling on into a whole new thing here. Anyways, would I recommend this movie? If you had not seen it yet, absolutely. If you are a fan of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from any era, go and see it. I personally believe that you will not be disappointed. Anyways, that is about all I have. I know this week, like I mentioned at the beginning, we got a little bit new of a format, me bringing in somewhat of a co-host, if you will, one of my really good friends, Nate. Look forward to doing more episodes with him. We might, from this point, end up doing about one a week, sometimes more, depending on what stories come in. We got other stuff planned for the YouTube channel, some stuff that'll be exclusive there, like, toy hunt vlogs and stuff. I got to build up a little more of my collection back here. But, like I said, that is about all I have. I hope that everybody had a great weekend, has a great week coming up. Go out there, enjoy yourself, whether it be going and seeing the new Ninja Turtle movie, whether it be watching pro wrestling, whether it be going on, your own toy hunts, building up your collections. Just have fun. Let's fucking go.